Hello. Today I thought I'd have a go at testing out gesso for the first time. I've never used gesso. I've read many accounts of what you should and shouldn't use it for. Some say you should prep your canvas before you use it. The canvas I'm using from the works says it's already been double gessoed, so you don't need to. Some say you should always gesso if it's an oil painting, and others say don't do it if it's acrylic. Others say yes, you should do it for acrylic as well. So what I intend to do in this very short video is use two canvases. One I'm not going to touch, which is from the works, and it says it's been double gessoed or gessoed. And the other one I'm going to attempt to gesso. Unlike other videos we've watched, I shan't be having tea breaks. However, I will be having Corona Extra lager breaks instead. Let's have a go. Well, here you see I have two canvases. This one is, it says £2, which it is. I think that's a bargain for sort of A4 size. And the other one, the one I'm going to gesso, is this one here. Both from the works, both £2 each. I've got a nice thick brush and a big tub of gesso, which again comes from the works. This is quite pricey, but it's £5, but you get an awful lot there. And you have to be careful you don't, misinterpret the wording. But it does say quite clearly, white acrylic gesso. So here we go. I've already taken the protective top off of it, a bit like a yogurt. I'm not going to stir it. It's very thick. When you look at it now, look, it's quite a thick paint. So let's see how we get on. I can still quite clearly see the material of the canvas. Here we go. So I'm going to paint it. I thought I'd paint it one way, like this, and then I think what I'll do is when it's dry, I'll paint it the other way. Oh, I nearly broke my own rule then. The fact that it's specifically for acrylic, I think begs the question, yes, of course you can use it for acrylic. I did watch one short video and it went on about when you're using watered down acrylic paint, which invariably you will do. It says be careful that if it's very wet, it will go right through the canvas. Right, there we go. That's it, done, finished. I'm going to immediately wash the brush with water, and hopefully you can see the sort of line on it there, which I suppose in that direction is horizontal. So when it's dry, I'm going to paint it the other way around. Right, okay, it's time for a lager break. So see you when this is dry, ready for the second coat. Well, here we are after the first coat is dried. It's about 2 bottles of lager. No joking aside, it's about half an hour, depending on where you are and how hot your house is. So same thing, big container of gesso, and this time, if you can see, I don't know if you can see that there's definite lines down this where I've painted it. So I'm now going to turn it round and paint it the other way around. I'm putting it on quite liberally, as you can see. And then what I want to do next is to paint something with acrylic on both of them, and then both canvases, and see if there's any difference. So what I should do is mix up a blue, possibly lighten it, but anyway, it'll be a blue. I'll mix up enough of both, and then I will paint on both, and we'll just see which is better. Now, I'm going to leave this particular one overnight now, because I think it needs to be completely dry. But it will be interesting to see how, for a start, these lines disappear or not. You'll notice that when it does dry, it's matte. At the moment, it's shiny, but it does dry matte. So there we are. So tomorrow, or in the case of the video, in a few seconds' time, when it's dry, I'll have a go at painting on the canvas. Well, it's morning now, and as you can see, I'm drinking tea now, rather than lager, as I wanted the gessoed one to be really well and dry. This is the one that just comes straight out of the wrapper, and this is the one that I put 2 coats of gesso on. Gesso, I think it's gesso. And you can see that there's hardly any difference certainly in colour. They're both very white, and there is a slight contrast in the feeling that you can just about see the brush strokes. So what I want to do today is have a go at prepping for this picture. That's what I want to try and copy. So I've found it on the internet in images. I've taken a copy of it, and as you can see, the skyline ends there, then there's this sea area, and then there's the foreground. So what I've done is I have masked off the area here so that I can paint that blue, and that will be enough, and then this one's the same. This first stage is just to see if there's any difference in tonality or whatever. And then the next video will be me having a go at painting that scene with one of these. Right, so off we go. I think we'll start with the untouched one. By the way, these are very handy to keep paint in. This is paint that I mixed, oh, I can't remember when, at least a month or 2 ago. Because it's got a nice lid, it's still liquid. So that colour I mixed, I could still use if I wanted to. But I haven't got any left. I think they were for yogurt. So I'm using one of these. Just as good. I suppose you could cover it with cling film, but I like to have jars that you can seal. Here's another idea. When I'm using more expensive paint, I use these, which you can get in Tiger. I think they're 50p each. And they're very well sealed, as you can see. But they're tricky to get the paint out of a little bit. You tend to get your hands dirty. Right, so let's start mixing. For this, I'm going to use Brilliant Blue. So I'll put some in there. I wouldn't normally put that much, but I've got to think, well, I'm doing 2 boards. And I'm using just white. I want it quite white, so let's start with that. I'm going to use a spray water. But you don't have to, you can use any old thing. And I'm using that big thick brush again to mix it up. See what it comes up like. The white, funnily enough, doesn't like being mixed. It's going in now. It's a bit stodgy, so what I think I might do is add, I'm not so happy with the colour, so I'm going to add some more water and more white. Because I always feel, I don't know about you, I always feel that when you're painting, the colour that you see in your bowl or in your palette or wherever is always slightly darker than the colour you end up with. May just be me. Just going to compare that to this. I know it's a little bit bizarre, but I could even go like that and you can see immediately that that's nothing like that blue. So maybe, I don't know, I may have gone wrong already. Who knows? It's still quite thick, so more water. I'm working in the garage, by the way, with the garage door open, so should we get a noisy lorry, I will shut the door. Right, I'm going to say that's ready. Just test it over there somewhere. Yeah. Right, so as I said, this is the bolt one straight from the works. And I'm not trying to do any clever shading at this stage. I'm just going to paint it straight on. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to see if there's any difference between this and gesso. Whoops. Right, here goes the gesso piece. It feels the same. This one's, the gesso one seems just slightly harder to paint on. There's a tiny bit of resistance, not much. So I'll finish this. It's not a big sheet, isn't it? Yeah. So that's my base. So we've got two now to look at. One is gesso and one is plain. I'll quickly show you the result of that, and then, as I say, the next video will be me actually painting. Okay, it's tea break again, so thanks for watching. See you again very soon. Well, here is the last part of the video, and as you can see, there is no difference in the colour of the two canvases. The one on the left is gessoed, the one on the right is plain. But something has occurred. I'll try and zoom in so that you can see exactly what I mean. This is the canvas which was straight from the works, and apparently double gessoed. And you can see that when I took the tape off, it ripped tiny parts of the canvas or whatever it is they put on it off, so it's completely see-through. One more example is there. You can actually see the light coming through at the back. Well, thanks for watching this short video. I guess it was a bit like watching paint dry. Anyway, there's the picture that I'm going to try and copy. Bye for now.